Hey, what's up, my friends, my new subscribers? Thanks for being here. My regular subscribers, also thank you for being here. Today we're going to be twisting a balloon frog. That's right. Oh yeah, pretty darn easy to do. And oh, if you're a Patreon member, also be on the lookout. I have a frog that's even faster than this and pretty darn cute as well. And I'll have that video to you soon, okay? Again, that's for my Patreon members. You'll see that soon, so reach out to me. Otherwise, you'll see it on the page. I'll definitely put a notice out there aside from this, of course, okay? So let's go over the balloons we're gonna use for this. We're gonna use 2 balloons. How about that, huh? Okay, and then some marker, of course. And then, you probably guessed it, we're gonna put a little tongue in there as well. Why not? So, technically 3 balloons? Okay, fine. You got me there. All right, so the way I do my balloon twisting, by the way, is I will bring the sound down and I'll twist and I'll do voiceover during that time, okay? That way we can minimize the squeaking. Hey, that's a frog sound, huh? And we can maximize the teaching. That's right. Okay, so again, let's go over the balloons we're gonna use and let's make this happen. Let's take a look at those balloons. So aside from it being 2 balloons, I'm also gonna talk about how much air to leave in these, right? You can tell that there's a lot of this one left over. We're not gonna use too much of it. And then we have this one here. Oh, this one's gonna be about, look at that, about a hand's grip there. And you can see I got plenty on the top there. So let's see, about like a hand's width, maybe 6 fingers if you're thinking like kind of like that wide. I don't know how you want to, what terms you want to think of it as, but anyway, that's what we're gonna do to make this. Okay, so again, about, look at that, see I got a hand's grip there and I got a little bit balloon, actually quite a bit left over there. So, and I already squeezed it too. Okay, so remember that a lot of times when I inflate these ahead of time, I will definitely burp them and then give them a nice squeeze. That way we keep our balloon nice and soft when we're twisting. Very important, okay? Especially for anybody that's new out there and just joined the channel. Always remember that about your balloons. Keep them nice and soft, and you get a lot of longevity, a lot of life out of them. Okay. People always ask me that when I go to gigs. They're like, "How are those balloons not popping?" You know, they always wonder that, and so I tell them I keep the balloon nice and soft. And every once in a while, when we get towards the end of twisting it, they'll say, "Oh, you got a tail and the balloon left over there. Oh, and it's moving along." So, hey. If you never did that before, that is new to you, you know? So I don't treat them like, you know, like they don't understand or they're being dumb or anything like that. They just never seen that before. So that's what it is. So let's go ahead and get to the twisting. Let's bring that sound down. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and grab our yellow balloon to get started. We're gonna go ahead and twist our eyes out of this. About 3 fingers wide for that. So we're gonna do, we're just gonna match that segment. So we end up with 2 bubbles. There you go. So just gonna come back down, match that. And pull that nozzle through there. Make sure we're not losing it, okay? So very important when you do that, pull that nozzle through so you don't lose it. All right, we're gonna go right to the green now. We're gonna do another 3-finger segment. There you go. And we're gonna put a pinch twist on the end of that, and we're gonna come right back, match that. And again, don't forget to pull that nozzle through. And we're gonna add another pinch twist. There we go. Alrighty, and now we can go ahead and secure our yellow balloon. Now you see I gave it a little squish there, keep it nice and soft, and I'm going to go ahead and secure our eyes in there by coming back with a 3rd segment. There we are. Okay, make sure we get that in there, make sure it stays. I was, you know, when I was working with the design, I had done that at the end, but I found it to be better to do it up front and just get it out of the way. There we go. Okay, so this portion, we're going to go ahead and do the arms. It's going to be about 2 to 3 fingers, and then we're going to follow up by a small bubble. So there we go. We got one little portion of the arm. There we go. About 2 to 3 fingers. There we go. And then we'll do 2 small bubbles. And there's going to be like the little paws or whatever, little frog hands. You can call it what you like. And then we'll do another segment for the other arm, and it's going to go up to the other pinch twist. That's where it's going to connect, okay? Alrighty, and you could do this. You know what's kind of nice about this design is that you can start with the, you know, this portion right here. Look, I'm doing the side of the body here, and I'm going to go down to 2 loops, and those are going to be our back legs. You could really go this way too if you wanted to, in the end with the arms. It's really up to you. So you know, just your preference. Okay, and so the last thing we're going to do now that we've made those back legs, by the way, they are 3 fingers wide, those loops on the back, and we're just going to come up to that pinch twist on the other side. 3 fingers wide, just so you know, just to be consistent. And we'll come right back up here to the pinch twist and go ahead and twist in there. Okay, and I would say at least 2 times before you break off anything you have left over, so that way you don't lose it. There we go. We got a little bitty bubble right there, nice and tight. So that way when you go to pop it, it breaks, you know, really easy. And I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that little nozzle, hide that. And then for the last part, for our yellow, we still got it hanging out here. We can do the rest of our, or we can make our frog's belly. Okay, and it's just gonna go right back to the legs and we're good to go. Alrighty, we made it to the end of the twisting. Thanks very much for hanging out, and we'll talk about the artwork and adding the tongue. Again, thanks for sticking around this far. There it is. We made it to the end of the twisting, but I'm going to bring back the other frog just for a second so you can see we have this one here, but let's get this guy back here so you can take a look at that artwork there. We'll shave down some of that time for this video, you know. That's what I always try to go for. Minimize this video time. You know, you'd probably love to hang out with me, hear me just blab, 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 but but I think you got better things to do, right? So, look, I did the spots in 3s. See that? And they can vary in size. You know, you could do big, middle, you know, teeny tiny. Okay, there it is right there. And then the eyes. If you want to do balloon pupils, that looks really good on this too, just so you know, okay? And I'm going to bring the sound down just for a second as I go to put the tongue in there as well, okay? So if you make yourself one of these, you can definitely put it in there. And all I did, you saw, is I just inflated a little puff of air and tied it off to make myself kind of like a, you know, a semi like pinch twist. Looks like a red bean. Ugh. I don't know. Anyway, a kidney bean. There we go. All right. So, and then I just knotted the end here, and I made sure that knot was not, you know, too small because I definitely want to stay in there, but friction's going to hold it in place, okay? So let me go ahead and bring that sound down as we do this. Blam, 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 blam. I'm trying to make a frog sound with my mouth. I think they don't even make that sound. I think that's all these things we imagine ourselves, right? Okay, so there it is right there. You can see, pretty darn cute, easy frog you can make. But as always, when you make these, pay attention to those proportions, okay? Because that's where you're gonna get a hang up if you're trying to make something like this. And a good place to start, if you're trying to, you know, play around with this and, you know, you don't wanna use your 260s to play with it, 160, you're definitely gonna have enough room to make it, okay? So you can make like a little mini frog, right? Okay. So there it is right there. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. This channel's growing like all the time. It's super cool. And so hopefully you're finding some good tutorials here. Like it. Don't forget to comment down below and say, hey, I made that, right? Definitely. Why not, right? Okay. And then last but not least, if you want to support the channel, if you say, dang, dude, you're helping me make balloons that my clients are loving, right? And the people around me are loving them. Join, you know, Patreon. I almost couldn't talk there. I was just losing my train of thought. That's right. You can sign up at patreon.com/jlomagic. That's JLOMAGIC, right? So there it is right there. Again, one last thing I want to talk about before, two things actually. I do want to talk about some new content I want to add to the channel, not necessarily just balloon twisting, okay? So be on the lookout for that as well. I'm going to see if I can't roll that around, you know, May, maybe June, we'll see, because the summer does start to get a little busy around here. So, and then the other thing I was going to say that in March of 2020, I will be at the Blackpool Balloon Bash. That's right, in the UK. Gonna be my first time. It'll be a lot of fun. So, anyway, what was I gonna say? I want to finish up with one more last thing. Boy, I tell you, I'm all just keep going and going and going, right? Easter is not too far away from us, so don't forget to visit my Easter playlist. There's a lot of cool designs there you can use, and hopefully make you know, your life a little bit easier these days. So again, there it is right there. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time, my balloon peeps. Take it easy. Happy twisting. Bye. Blam, blam, blam.